Yo, wagwan peeps. Wagwan. What a guan, YouTube. Long time I not touch that page, I know. But yeah, wagwan people. Me there. I get ready to do some maintenance on the sound and thing. You don't know. First and foremost, big up everybody. Welcome to the page. Leotep music in the building. That me say. Anyway, big and serious. Here I go. I have some things for my mind when I kind of want vent pan still. Yes. This whole argument in regards to sound system and sound system culture. And one of the things where me kind of find interesting more time is that I hear people that talk about sound system culture, and in all the lingua, all of the message, all of the conversation, it's pretty much the same thing in regards to them I talk about sound system in the relation and how it relates to dancehall. It's like when them talk about sound system culture, it's more gears towards dancehall. And for me, I don't really feel the same way because to me, I think we need to separate dancehall and sound system culture in the sense that we need to address, or should I say define, sound system culture, because I think the masses kind of under the impression when people say sound system, people say dancehall, it's automatic, and it's not the same thing. Are two different things, two different creatures altogether. You know, I mean, dancehall to me is more the entertainment aspect of sound system, but sound system is a culture all on its own. It's like you can have dancehall, but you can't have dancehall without sound system, and you can have sound system without dancehall. As a matter of fact, I feel personally that there's a lot of people who are making a living out of sound system where they have nothing to do with dancehall, you know? So, we just advise some things still, you know, I kind of more or less my take on the whole thing, but you either agree with it or, you choose to disagree with it. Either way, me just speak my mind right now. I feel like there's a lot, or should I say there's an aspect of the whole sound system culture that goes unnoticed, and in a certain sense it needs to be brought to the forefront, because when you talk about sound system culture, you talk about the love of sound system, the love of the music, you know what I say? The love of all aspect of everything we have to do with sound system. And you find some more and more and more people is getting into it for that very same passion. But I don't feel like the passion is, or the love for it is the same all the way across the board, because for me, I mean, I've been in love with the whole sound system and sound system culture for well 40 years. You know what I say? And me not gonna even dive into or get into to my history of the whole thing, because me just want kind of stay focused on the culture itself and the sound system aspect of the whole thing. And I think most people who kind of in love with this culture, some of us don't even have anything to do with dancehall, you know. Personally, I feel that there's a big disconnect when it comes to sound system, in the sense that it's not appreciated and it's not respected that in the way it should be, because you're talking about the love of something. So how can you say you love something but at the same time you don't show that thing the respect to even equate to the so-called love that you have for it. All right. The point where I get to is this: a lot of us that are in sound system, I would say they're in it mostly for the love of it, and then everything else kind of just fall in place, right? What I mean by that is most of us got into it not for making money, you know, not not for the hype, but for the love of the sound system. Therefore, the culture. Yes, what I mean, say. So you find say no with it gone on a global scale, you find some more people are looking to it from a financial aspect, some even from a hype aspect. And I feel that those variables is kind of why you don't see the level of respect that is actually due to the culture, because we are talking about something where the hardcore lovers of sound system, them got into it because a man might get a receiver and him get the receiver there, or he might get a speaker, a blowing speaker, and him recone it, rebuild it up. And as so him start building thing, him start build it from scratch to the point where it's like him just a collect broken equipment, broken speakers, broken receivers, take them, modify them, rebuild them. You get a receiver, you add on a transformer and upgrade the output driver and these things, and you know a whole different thing. I man give you a piece of equipment and you take it and do a overall and total upgrade on it. And it's that love where you have a certain appreciation. But you find say no, a man, the average man can't afford to just go out and buy a thing and throw it together, or get a next man throw it together. Or even a man get a thing that get passed down from a next man, a family member, whatever the case may be. So it's a whole different form of appreciation. You know what I say? It's really a whole heap you can really dive into, when you talk about the whole culture of the thing, but by now I'm supposed to get where me I go with the thing. But let's talk about the lack of appreciation, or should I say the disrespect that's associated with sound system and sound system owners. You know what I say? And a big part of that is within the dancer, right? I don't want nobody feel say it's a dancer bashing thing, cause I know there's somebody that I know the agenda. Really and truly, the agenda is to just point out some of the issues within sound system and the culture sound system. And like me say, sound system and dancer, the two of them kind of go hand in hand, But one can stand on its own, where the other kind of depend on the other. See? So may I go with it? So here I know. You see, as far as dancehall is concerned, dancehall have a dependency upon sound system. But within the dancehall community, the respect is not there. Because there's a misconception. It's not. I don't even think it's a misconception. It's more of a I don't give a I don't care type of mentality. I don't want kind of go to. Anyway, the point I may make is sound system owners used to be the ones who used to go out and as far as dancehall events, sound system owners used to be the promoters and the producers of these things. A man own him sound and a man into the whole dancehall thing or whatever, him would depend upon himself to keep dances and push him sound and these things. But you find say now more and more dances or more and more dance events are being kept where the promoters have nothing to do with sound system. They're not sound system owners. Most of the entertainment, they are not sound system owners. But the problem is, the sound system owners, them don't get no form of respect. It's like a man a keep a dance, in book a sound for the event, and the sound system is the least when it comes to that event in that promoter's mind. And as a sound system owner, that need to change. And I can't blame the promoter. I have to blame we as sound system owners for that problem, because the lack of unity amongst we as sound system owners give them the strength where they can do this to us. You understand? What may I talk about? For example, a man a keep a dance. Him go check sound A. Sound A have a price. Him give the promoter the price there. The promoter look on him and say, yeah, sound B I charge this. And you know, me not have that for give you for what you want. Me have sound B money. But you see, before we go, so all right, well, go check sound B then. No, we are going to turn around and take the price where him talk about for sound B. Why? Is it because you no value the price where you have set for your thing? Is it because you no want to see sound B eat a food? Or is it the fact that because the promoter knows say we as sound man and no farmer unity, him can do that and get away with it? You see what I say? Because if you tell him to go check sound B, first and foremost, him never go check sound B. Him come check you because of you him want. But him no want give you that the money there because him can play the game. Because that's all it is. It's a game. So him go play that game there and you find yourself say, you do what you love to do. You understand? You have a price set for what you do, but you not stick to your guns. And them a use our own ego and call it bad mind or whatever. Lack of unity is what the problem is. Because if we put on a united front, them things they can't go on, because you're gonna say, all right, well, let me check sound B. You see what I say? And some brother say, no man, I'm not the man in a long conversation. Or you within yourself might all know say sound B now play for them money. So you don't even have to play the game. But things like them there, where you find say, you know, we allow ourselves to kind of get pushed to the side. We allow ourselves to give promoters this sense of empowerment where we no matter. The event, a for them event, them a put on the event, and you know, even though the sound system is the most important part of it, because the sound system, without it, the promoter can talk and stand up in front of him, patrons them, and entertain them without the sound system. That's what I say. Even if the sound system have one fan, and the owner himself and the promoter have 1,000 fan, that 1,000 fan there, who is a fan of that promoter, still need that one sound system there to be entertained. You see? So that lack of respect among sound systems, that need to change. But it can only change if we start show the respect to go along with the so-called love what we say we have for the sound system. And it's not just in the dancehall arena, it's all across the board. You know? We don't embrace one another, we don't support one another, so we can't expect we forget the support where we not show amongst one another. Anyway, me just they are a vent a little bit, you know, cause they are going to clean up my machine and do some work and thing, and yeah, all them things I just step on me. I all heap of things me can talk about, you know, but me not even drag out the thing. Me just a touch on couple things still, and Probably a little more if me feel like it. Do it again. But anyway, thanks for checking out the thing, people. Subscribe, like, share the thing, and honestly, a long time I not really touch over here. So, and more time, me have them videos, yeah, and me have videos of other things, cause, when it come to the sound system, if me not build box, me I build amp rack. If me not build amp rack, me I build distribution system. Me always, anything is something always a go on around sound system. And a whole heap of thing me not even touch pan, me not even touch pan the sound system itself, the makeup of the sound system, the speaker wire, the speaker box, the speaker themselves, the amp, the processor, the engineering factor, I start do some video pan them thing there. Touch pan just sound system in general. Because like me say, most of the time you hear about sound system and sound system culture, a dancehall, and dancehall, and the whole sound system culture itself is deep. It's not a one dimensional thing. It's a lot of things associated with it. Most are good, some are kind of negative, and me not even dwell upon the negativity. That's why me not even sit down here and drag out no 30-40 minute speech. I beat certain topics to the ground and them thing there. But I start kind of switch up the thing, cause me is one of them all around sound man there. So, from the ground up, the engineering, the playing the sound, the music production, all around. So, me can really, me feel like, interestingly, I can put a different aspect on the whole thing, but it's just more time. You kind of just, me's a kind of person where just sit back and just pre what go on and take in what go on, and sometimes you have to make sense out of the nonsense and everything there. But me kind of, I feel like I really need to start kind of vent more, because that's how we do with the thing right now. And sometimes we might see something where we don't like or no agree with, and we just keep it to ourselves and expect change to happen. But we need to vent on these things and talk about these things if we looking to excite any form of change. Even if it's a little change, it better than no change at all. So once again, people, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, keep the link and keep the positivity, and go and big up the culture, sound system, even the dancehall thing too, and anything from a music we say, I love what I talk about. So, a united front, and the man who can appreciate and understand what I talk about, big up on yourself. And even if you can't, if you take the time to hear what I say, and leave a comment, as a matter of fact, in the comment section. Trust me, I could have 1,000 comments, may I read all of them. Might not be at one time, but may I get to them. And if it requires a reply, I go get it, because me that. So big up on the eye himself, and one love.